guys. Well, thank you so much and welcome back to Bravo Ish Talkers, the humble beginnings of where we started in a chat, and look at us now moving up like George and Wheezy, and we are on our own podcast. Yes, we are. My name is Christina. I am your host today, and I am a Bravo aficionado. What makes me a Bravo aficionado is that my TV does not turn off Bravo ever.
And I'm Ramona, another Bravo lover, and Bravo in the land of Bravo and the Bravo sphere is where I escape to de-stress my busy mom, wife, sales manager life.
And I am Tiana, licensed esthetician, Bravo lover, but most importantly, shit talker. I've been talking shit in the classroom, then I took it to the boardroom, and now we're here on the Ish Talking podcast.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I am another Bravo lover, have been for so many years, and this is my favorite time of the week. Love to catch up and talk all the dirt.
Love it. So what makes us different from any other Bravo podcast is the fact that we say what everyone is thinking. So without further ado, we have a special treat for you guys today. We have a show focused all about New Jersey. New Jersey Housewives premiered last night, and it was so good. It was so good.
They came in on 10.
Yeah, they did. They did not disappoint.
No. 5. I'm ready for 3 months from now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did kind of like tease that out quite a bit in the beginning. But without further ado, we're going to have a whole Ish Talking session, the Ish Talk of the Week dedicated to New Jersey.
Yes.
Yes, and so that's one of our favorite things to do every episode where we get into the latest Bravo headlines and news. And so we thought that since this episode was dedicated to the Jersey girls, that we would have Ish Talking that was New Jersey centric. So let's get into it. One of the biggest things that are in the headlines is recently Melissa Gorga was interviewed saying that basically she doesn't see how it is sustainable to film the way that they did this past season, because unless you are hiding under a rock somewhere, it's Camp Teresa and Camp Melissa, and I think Dolores is the only Switzerland, right? In the middle.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's like, one doesn't want to film with the other, and so one clique doesn't stay with the other clique. What do you guys think about that?
I think Teresa is on her way out. I really do. I feel like no one's really putting up with her shenanigans. Mm-hmm. It really seems like she is the odd man out. What was the name that you gave her? The name that no one...
She who must not be named.
Yes, like no one mentions her name.
She's become the Voldemort of New Jersey.
Yes, no one mentions her name. No one talks about her. It's almost like she's invited because like a producer's forcing her to be invited somewhere.
Some sort of obligation.
Yes,
yeah, because she's definitely the OG. I agree, and I can only pray that Teresa is on her way out.
Yeah, I think the show needs a little
Spice.
Yes, spice. And
something new.
Louis does not help her. But speaking of which, breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. Yes. You heard it here first, which is that as of today, Teresa and Louis are still together. He was seen by yours truly roaming around Sunset Plaza. I was just minding my own business at Sweet Green, and I saw this stretched man just wandering the streets of Sunset Boulevard, and it was a lot.
What I want to know was an angry little orange woman,
no,
following behind
actually, that's why I wasn't sure if I even saw him, actually, because I didn't see.
How about Bodito?
I know he had a couple people with him, but
really,
I don't know who they were. I don't know who they were though.
Okay.
Just like a couple guys, couple girls. I don't know what was going on, and he. It was exactly what you thought he'd be doing, just wandering around, red face, looking weird, and spitting on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So,
gross.
here he is.
Yeah.
Why does that not surprise me that he is a spit on the sidewalk kind
That's
of guy?
exactly who he is.
No, he's a gentleman.
He's
a girl.
Oh, that's right.
He's a gentleman.
My
He's a
apologies.
gentleman.
You're
He is
right.
a gentleman.
Her husband
I'm sorry.
is a gentleman.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Courtney, for
Yeah.
the in the field
Yeah.
reporting.
I didn't have my little microphone set set up or anything
I
to go run
know.
and chase him. But honestly, at first I said, well, why does that guy look exactly like Luke? I was like, oh my gosh, it's him.
How frightening for someone to look
can
just like him.
Can we please take a pact that when we see these people in the wild, that
Yes.
we will, let's get a pic, let's get a video, let's get something.
Yes, let's
to
not be
document the
ashamed.
experience. Yeah, because no one else cares. That's the world we're living in.
Yeah.
So, well, I know one person who is hoping that Miss Teresa is going to be iced out of the next season. That's Rachel Fuda. One of the other ripped from the headlines. I'm sure we all saw how when the cast photo of the ladies from New Jersey came out, when she reposted on her Instagram, conveniently, someone was missing. And that would be one Miss Teresa Giudice.
Is it
Giudice?
Giudice?
How are we saying her name?
Why is she on the end though? And why is Dolores in the middle, like very prominently? Like
Because Dolores is Switzerland.
okay.
I thought
she's
you were going to
between both
say
camps.
Dolores is super skinny, and that's why.
Oh, that too.
But
Yeah.
she
I
is
can see
snatched.
it.
Dolores looks
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, she does
Yeah.
look very, very good.
Dolores is looking
And
good.
very, very, very tan.
Always.
I think it's a New
Yeah.
Jersey prereq though. It's like you can't not be a part of that show, a part of that cast, and not be that tan. Like
Not
from
have
that
a tanning
state.
bed.
yeah, from that state.
They all
Sorry.
have an unlimited membership to, what are those tan places? There's one that was like Planet Tan. I don't know.
A membership. Yes,
Yeah, the
yes.
unlimited memberships, these tanning places. I think they all still
I'm
have
like, me
them.
and Tyler look like Blake Star. I'm like, tan? What was that? Who does that?
No, but
thought so.
they used to kind of be a thing in the early 2000s here, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they're still very much a thing in New Jersey.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
it is a big thing. Well, another ripped from the headlines in New Jersey. Now, this is a Jersey alum, Caroline Manzo. We know that she is apparently, was on the season of Ultimate Girls Trip that we will never see. It has disappeared.
The exec came out, the NBC exec came out and said she was disrespected and not sexually assaulted.
And so that's what the question, because when it came out originally, what is this, like a year ago, and all we knew was that there was some type of, they alluded that Brandi Glanville had touched her inappropriately and violated her personal space.
Sorry. I know it's not fun. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's
Are you
not
laughing
funny.
because we were expecting class and high society from Brandi Glanville?
No,
Like,
I'm
who
laughing
expected
because
that?
little Caroline Manzo is acting.
Like a
Listen,
dainty little debutante?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Maybe Brandi Glanville is the new Harvey Weinstein. I don't know. I just have a hard time believing that, and it just makes me laugh. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I just think Caroline is a bitch. Like,
She is.
She is.
She
Like,
is.
I don't really
I
believe
think
this
it's more
story.
just like a strict hard ass.
I think she's a terrible
Somewhere in
person.
between.
Like, controversial opinion. Like, everything that happened with her and, like, Dina. Like, I don't really trust her or this
Yeah.
She's
lawsuit.
but she is on a constant high horse. Always
Yes.
has the right opinion. She just has no wiggle room, and I think when she is bothered by someone, she will just try to ruin them. Honestly.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Mean ass
silent-
old lady.
Yes.
Like a silence
Yeah.
ruin? Because I feel like she always comes out with her hands clean. Like ruin.
No, but that's because she's good at
Well,
what
who
she does.
I'm like, look at who she's married to. Like, I'm sorry,
The
there's
mom?
something
You
very.
think she's the mom?
You're not gonna get my tire slash. Mona didn't say it. But Caroline's hubby, there's just something that's always been very sketch about the hubby, the brother, as you were talking about, Dina, her ex-husband.
yeah.
And that
Like,
whole lawsuit
And
thing.
then Dina's husband getting
mysteriously.
Yes.
beat up.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That whole family.
Okay,
but-
well, I guess we can just talk about how they all love that they need to get a autograph photo of James Gandolfini then.
I think we need to break. Let's go ahead and break down last night's episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I was shocked at how good it was. I was just so shocked at how
At episode 1,
Yes.
being drawn in that way. I'm with you.
Because I was rewatching last season and realized like, oh, I forgot a lot of this. Like it was like a
Yeah.
very forgettable, not really that entertaining. That's when we saw the two new characters, Danielle and Jennifer. I don't feel like they were that like, that captivating. And then we had like Melissa and Teresa finally kind of coming to blows and realizing this relationship will never be, which was wasn't really like, okay, we knew this was going to happen. So now that we see it this year, I felt like it was like refreshing. I feel like they could get on with it.
I find it sad. Like I do. I'm like at the end of the because I mean, yes, I agree. It is what it is, and yeah, we've all accepted it, and let's just move on with our lives. But I don't know. There's still something to me that's just to me, it's just kind of sad that her and her brother, their parents are not here anymore, and they cannot figure out a way to be like a family.
But
unit.
I feel like that's like it's all in Teresa's head. Why they?
Oh, I 100% blame Teresa for the rift, and I think most of America does.
Yeah, and I think what we saw last night too is the fact that she can't come for Melissa anymore. I feel like at the beginning of every season, it was some very like trumped up story
some
about
fringe thing. Yeah.
Melissa's the stripper, Melissa's cheating, Melissa's this, Melissa that.
Yeah.
And then last night it was
Melissa's-
the Fudas. And I was like, oh, we have a new target.
Yeah,
And-
Melissa normally is on display. Yeah.
Oh, God.
right?
Yeah.
Right. Insert song here. No.
Yeah, please don't.
But Melissa let us know up front, and I love how they broke the fourth wall of her in her interview, where she was just like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna answer any questions about Teresa. Don't ask me about her."
Yeah.
And it was just like everyone has taken that hard line.
Yeah.
When Margaret was having lunch with Jen Fessler, with Jen Fessler,
yeah.
and she was just like trying to like, well, maybe I could talk to Teresa, and she's like,
No.
do me a favor, don't bring me up to her, don't talk to her about me, don't talk to me about her. She is dead to me. That's hence the she who must not be named. Like they're drawing a hard line in the sand that like.
What happened between her and Margaret? Am I missing something? I feel like it's not that big. It's not that deep. Like it's just
I cannot pinpoint. I mean, I don't know. Do you have any context? Because I can't really remember anything that's so massive that it can't be. It's not like the Melissa Teresa beef.
Yeah. Anybody?
I don't think it was massive.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like I feel like we're missing something. It was something that wasn't aired, something that wasn't shot.
Yeah.
Something's missing.
Or Teresa just overreacts and loses her goddamn mind like every 20 seconds at somebody.
Oh.
Honestly, I think that's what it is. She just gets in these weird little fits, and then I can't even describe why she and Melissa are so like why that's so bad.
I mean, I think it was just enough is enough. And I kind of like
what, though?
I'm team Melissa. It's just like I feel like Teresa's drinking the reality Kool-Aid.
No, for Teresa, like what is this from?
She's young, she's pretty, she's skinny.
And I think Teresa's territorial, show being the territory.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also thought it was very cowardly of our celebrity sighting today.
Yes. Well,
was
he's
not
here.
at
I mean, look he wasn't at a business meeting today.
He wasn't.
No.
I was like, he's at a business meeting all of a sudden. And when I saw the guys all kind of like hanging out at the party, I was like, where would Louis be? Like Wallflower? Like where?
Louis doesn't want the smoke from Joe Gorga.
Not at all.
Is the way I read the situation to be.
Yeah, and I see.
And it is very cowardly because it's like, oh my God, oh wow, you're such a protector and like such a wonderful husband. Like you send your wife out into the war and you
his
can't
friend.
even be there. Like, you know, she got all of 1.5 friends in the whole room, and you can't be there to like have her back and like be there to support her. Like I don't know. Like I thought that was really lame on Louis' part.
Yes, but what do we think about Fessler and her guitar?
Please don't.
Oh gosh. The delusion of somebody going on there's a camera right there. This is not a hidden camera show. This isn't candid camera where you don't know someone's there. She is singing and whatever she's doing on this guitar on purpose.
Yes, intentionally. You know what is so funny, because we were mentioning it in our chat last night, and I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking. Like literally, I had completely forgotten that scene happened, and I went back and rewatched the episode again last night, and I was like, oh, aren't they trying to figure out something to film her doing? Like, and I felt that was kind of a thing, not only with her, but I felt like that was a thing with Danielle too, where it's just like, okay, what can we possibly like film you doing?
Having your husband use that dollar gun
gosh.
at his daughter dancing.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? That's what
So
they landed
awkward.
with?
So cringy. It was,
That was
so cringy.
so cringy.
What was he saying? He's the money guy?
Yes, yes.
I can't even say it out loud. It's
Yes.
so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gave
Bill Gunn.
CPS.
Needs to do a drive-by.
Please.
Yeah, it was super.
But what else did Danielle even contribute to last night's episode?
Not a
That was
darn
literally the
thing.
only
Not a
thing
damn
I
that
think
I
that
can
was
remember.
it. Yeah, I think that was
I
it.
think we have an Anne-Marie situation. We should really, really keep an eye on that.
I say put more respect on Anne Marie's name. Okay, I think
She's a nurse
she's doing better than
anesthetist, okay?
Yes.
Anne Marie did better than this.
She is an 8.5.
Okay.
8.5 at everything she does.
Yes.
To be clear.
I wouldn't want a doctor or a nurse estheticianist or whatever it is. Did I say esthetician?
A nurse.
Anesthetist. I don't want an 8.5 working on me whatsoever. Like, go away. If I saw her, I'm like, no, not you.
No.
Go away. Well, I think with last night's episode, I think it's safe for us to kind of make our own predictions, what we think is going to happen.
Okay.
Kind of in the future. What are you guys thinking? Melissa and Teresa, do we think there would ever be them coming back? Tiana's like, nope,
Not at
and
all.
no.
It's
No.
exhausting now, too. I feel like, honestly, Melissa's saying she's not going to answer questions anymore. She's just tired. What is there to talk about?
And I don't blame
it's
her.
boring. By the way, it's boring now. There's nothing to talk about. They're just going to fight on Instagram some more, like children.
Maybe through, if there's any hope, I think it'll have to come through the kids. Because the cousins.
See, Teresa's kids are like ferocious. Like they are just
they've been tainted.
Yeah.
And they
Oh,
come
yeah.
for their aunt and uncle as well. But I don't know. I get the sense that they still love their cousins. Maybe not. I don't know. It's probably a lost cause, but to me, I don't know. I still think maybe it's an unpopular opinion. I think it's sad, and I wish there was a way that they. I don't know. I just think the whole thing is.
I think Louis
lame.
definitely isn't helping the situation.
As long as Louis is around, and by the way, who knows how long he's going to be around? Because talk about predictions. One of the teasers when they were showing the clips of what's to come in the rest of the episode, there was something about Louis spending all of Teresa's money.
Yeah, but it's like I saw that and I was like, okay, they tease that, but then they don't show the other part that's like
Her response.
Yeah, exactly. So it probably is not like what we think it is. Sure. But it's like
I don't know. I've seen that face. I'll just never trust a man with a face
No.
like that ever, ever.
what does he do again? Is it IT?
Oh, I thought you meant to his face. I don't know what he does.
We don't want that regimen.
Yeah,
we don't want that
exactly.
regimen.
He's gone on to become a professional house husband, and I always give a side eye to men who have full ass jobs when we meet them. And then they get on the housewives and start thinking they're housewives.
Slave. They be a
Yeah,
slave.
God.
yeah.
They
So
become a
it was
slave.
like,
Okay.
oh well, he lost his job because of whatever.
A wand. They become a wand.
They become a laundry
gosh.
And so I think like
I knew
he's
you
in
would like that one.
maybe he's in a support role. I don't know because then
A
Teresa
Todd.
was saying
A Todd, yes.
Yes.
Good one too.
or Todd.
They know me so
But
well.
I don't know because then Teresa was saying last night, oh, he has work, this and that, and then Dolores' son used to work for him. So I'm like, I don't know what the man does. I don't know what line of work, what industry is he in? Real estate? Is he in?
And you saw him 5
construction?
o'clock on a Monday, just on the
Yes,
streets
yes,
of San.
you're right.
Yeah,
He was
so-
roaming around, just living his best life in the California sunshine.
Wow.
But I think the bigger question is, what can he actually do with that face? Like, I don't feel like it's professional enough for most settings.
And then also too on last year's reunion, they really didn't get into it, but where Lil Frankie
Yes.
was working for him.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank was little Frankie was
Yeah.
what I meant. Was working for him. Working doing what?
Exactly.
Yeah, I
they
don't
didn't
know
get
what it
into the
was.
what. They didn't, and they
yeah.
were just like the job just didn't exist anymore.
Are they doing something with like Apollo and some sort of?
Oh,
Right?
Sorry.
I hope not.
Never mind.
Cashing checks of dead people.
No, I mean, no, but didn't he have some
I mean,
sort of
wasn't
like
that what he did?
racketeering problem?
Yeah, cashing checks of dead people, opening credit cards with dead people's socials, and like
I don't know. We'll see.
it was like a whole fraud thing.
What about the love triangle that is Big Frank and I guess it's not a love triangle, but Big Frank and David living there. Does he still live there? And then Paulie
Yeah.
not being divorced. Dolores.
Yes. So, yeah. So, and I think when we were talking about this last night and also in the chat, we were like going down this rabbit hole and really started accidentally putting the pieces together. Like, this is what she attracts. These men who are unavailable in some way, shape, form, or capacity.
The long-suffering Dolores. That's just always how I was. And I actually, I really love Dolores.
Yeah.
I like her a lot.
No, absolutely.
But every time I just consider her the long-suffering Dolores.
Yeah.
Because she is with these men that for seems like 5 to 10 years at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
String her along.
Yeah.
And why
You could
is this man
add
not
Teresa to that, too.
divorced?
You could add
It's
Teresa.
basic- yes,
Yeah.
Teresa.
Yeah.
I think I might
Absolutely.
have figured out why Dolores is like this. Didn't she used to work as a correctional officer?
Did she?
So she likes.
So she likes being locked up?
No, not about the criminals, but unavailable people.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I
She
hope-
was.
was
I
she
think she
a
was a
correctional
correctional. Yes,
Honestly,
I think she
I only
was.
say criminals because this divorce is taking so long. I feel like the
10 years.
only reason why is spousal privilege. He doesn't want that
Yeah.
broken.
They weren't even trying to get divorced though. They were just happily separated. And I think it would be something that he'd be like, oh, I have to start getting divorced now. They're just separated.
And it also could be because I know someone who it was his motto was it's cheaper to keep her.
Oh.
He had a full on girlfriend. He had moved on and had another full on life. His wife, his girlfriend knew each other. They go on vacations together.
Vacation.
It's
Oh,
not
no.
some shady in the cut thing, but
It
it's
sounds shady. Yeah, it sounds alarming.
It's understood that they're not going to get divorced because he would have to pay her too much.
But if that's the case though, it's not like he's not paying her while they're separated.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's something.
One would think.
Something's
I don't
up.
know.
There's
It's
something-
a lot. It's
there's-
a lot
Yeah,
to unpack.
there's more there, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping that it comes out in the season.
And one more thing about last night's episode, I think I mentioned it in the chat last night, is that when Margaret was saying something about her old lady, she's got great legs, by the way. Did you notice Margaret's legs?
No, I did not know.
No, you gotta. You're not
Now I gotta
you
go
know,
back and watch
She said something, and I was like,
again.
"She's got good calves. She looks. She doesn't look like Sutton is about to
Yeah.
tippy top out
Oh my
she's
God.
top heavy or something.
Yeah.
She looks great. I
Really?
was actually very surprised.
I'm gonna-
You
I've
gotta
always
take a
liked
look now.
Margaret.
Yeah, it was.
And now
yeah.
I'm going to be like, okay, let
Yes.
me see these legs.
Yeah.
Margaret. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to our future predictions. What do we think about our pocket-sized men on the show? Little Joe, the little
the
Joe.
Joes.
Yeah, Uncle Joe and Joe
Little
Judice.
All these little guys, and you can pick them up and put them in your pocket.
I feel like
Every
I
Joe
feel
on
so
that
bad
show
for
is
Jersey.
tiny.
Surely the men there are taller
I know.
than what we see on TV.
If their name is Joe,
Probably
they don't crack 5'5", baby. They are little men.
Yes. But what do we think? Because we did see Joe Judice on last night wishing his daughter, congratulations, she's so
Yeah.
proud going to college. And it's when
Yeah.
you see him, you're like, oh.
He might be my favorite Joe, actually.
Really?
I know.
You
Because
think he's toned down a lot?
I think do you remember when he called in to the reunion? He called Teresa when they started last year's
Oh,
reunion.
yes.
And I was
Yeah.
like, I kind of love him. He's asking about eyelid surgery. And he's like, Andy, how you doing? It was
Not
just
Andy,
kind
how
of,
you
it was kind of cute. I don't know why I thought
I
that.
do think it's cool that how their relationship now has morphed into something
and maybe
healthy.
he's cute from afar.
Yeah.
It's good when he's far away.
It's doses,
Yes.
microdosing.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
So we don't.
We need to
we don't-
microdose our Joes.
Yeah, exactly.
We
Because
don't-
they're
we
so small too, so it's
Yeah,
easy. Yeah.
Exactly. We don't need a lot. So, with that being said, what is something that we want to kind of see maybe moving forward? Tiana, what do you think? What's the Ask Andy question?
Honestly, hi Andy, it's Tiana. I speak for everyone when I say, who are we firing? I don't understand. I feel like there are a lot of cast members that need to get it together. There is Teresa. Are we going to give her the OC treatment and kind of roll her off? Or is she just going to be
a
straight up
friend of?
fired? Maybe friend of?
She would never be a friend of.
I don't think she would accept that.
No.
Yeah.
And Melissa still be on the show? Oh my gosh, she would come ablazing.
But the dynamic, that would be so good.
Honestly, if that was the case, right, because she wouldn't be a friend of, it'd be like Melissa would be shooting a scene with somebody, and you'd see Teresa running in the background, stop the film, stop it.
I could picture.
You
I
can
could-
imagine
I
it, right?
could-
She'd be crashing the set, honestly.
Yes, all the time. She would not let that happen. Every time I hear Andy, or whenever I hear him say, or it leaks out that a housewife texts him, I always get the vibe like he really doesn't care. Why are you texting him? Like,
No, he does not care.
no, he doesn't.
No.
So I could imagine Teresa blowing up his phone.
It would be all blue. Her phone would be blue, straight down the line. Yep.
Maybe like a one-liner.
Be like, hope you're well, and then like blue.
Yeah,
That's it.
again.
Well, my vote is Danielle. Can
absolutely.
we see her walk out the door, please?
Yeah.
They don't
know
have
what she's
anyone more
giving.
entertaining in New Jersey.
Surely they do.
They do.
In the land of Gym Tan Laundry.
They
surely
do.
they do.
Yes.
Trot out Jacqueline Larita.
No,
Please.
bring Snooki on the show.
Something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that would be a good, and that would be a name. They'll have a following,
Yeah.
a different dynamic.
She is a mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's kind of in the
Yeah.
same genre.
Andy, hire us. Hire us,
Yes.
Andy.
Yeah.
And casting department, get on your job.
Yeah.
Start now.
Yeah, definitely. Anyone else we're thinking like maybe to possibly get rid of?
I also am not entertained by Jim Fessler.
Okay. But
Yeah.
she's like a friend of, and she seems very thirsty when she's on Watch What
Yeah.
Happens Live. She's
Right,
like,
well-
if you keep me around, Andy, if you do this.
That's what I'm
God.
saying. Like, I don't know. I'm not huge on Rachel. Like,
Okay,
majority of the
Rachel's
cast.
look she looks like an alien. It's like the super dark hair, the sunk in eyes, really, really skinny. It's just like the lip. It's not working. I need you to soften it all. Soften it all. Like
Can we
take a
just
couple
say-
tracks out, deflate the lips just a bit. You know what I mean?
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Pick up a little bit more, just a little bit more weight. Let's change the clothes. It's
Yeah.
just something every time I see her, like, it's just not working.
Time for a housewife refresh.
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole cast looks scary. Can I just say?
Well, yeah, they
like on my
always
TV,
do.
scary, scary,
All the guys are
I don't
scary
think Melissa
too.
and Dolores.
terrifying. Actually,
Yeah, the guys are
They
like
look
a
good.
Halloween store.
Yes.
I think that is the only franchise where the husbands are such a large part of the
Yes.
show. Is there any other?
and so red in the face.
so red.
And like Frank Catania, I love him. I was like
Oh,
sad that
yeah.
he didn't make an appearance last night.
I know.
But I also feel
I think
like
they're icing him out.
I think it's the other way around. I think he's like, I don't want to be a part of this. When they said like at the last reunion, they tried to have like a meeting. He was there. He wanted to talk about it.
But see, I thought that was messy that he told them that. Like, why is I just thought it was messy for Frank to go back and tell Louis like, well, they were gonna have a meeting about you. They want to set you and your wife up, and they invited me, but I didn't
but
go.
he seems a little bitch made.
I love
He
Frank.
does.
Yes.
Catania.
I love him too, but I did not like that. I thought like even if you knew that happened, I think that's messy. Why are you telling? Why are you running back and telling them? You're
What
acting
about
like
little
a girl?
Frankie? Why
He's so hot.
He can
He's
come
so
around more,
fucking
right?
hot.
Please.
Oh, like more of you, please.
Adorbs.
And I'm not like the beefcake meatball kind of girl, but I was like, if you want it, you can have it. No shame in my game at all.
I think that was the only person when we went to BravoCon that she was like actually trying to see in
I'm
person.
done.
I
I'm
was.
done.
No, we didn't, did we? Maybe like on a panel.
No, I think we did.
Little
in
Frankie?
Yes, we saw him in that very first panel that we went
Yeah,
to.
in a panel, but not walking
Yes.
around like
Oh,
we
no,
saw
no, no.
Reza.
No,
or,
no, no.
Oh, yeah.
you know,
No, no,
because
no.
yeah, I would have probably like lost it all,
I'm so done.
like darting towards them.
There'd be some sort of like Caroline Manzo fake assault lawsuit.
And then here comes Dolores with a chancla ready to hit you.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
I know. Well, I think we did New Jersey justice. What do you ladies
We
think?
broke it down.
I would agree.
Okay.
Left no crumbs.
Exactly. I can't. I am so committed to watching this season. I realized rewatching last season, I wasn't that committed. Was not that committed, but
No.
definitely.
And can't wait for this end of the season
Yes.
dinner, whatever. Just
3
poor
months later,
Dolores
yeah.
left by herself at the table. I cannot wait. So I'm
Blinking
in.
her eyes.
Yeah, they
Like,
kind
oh
of tease
my-
that out like the Jen Shaw getting arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be the subtext of the season. But I'm looking forward to, as we progress in the season, us doing, more updates on Jersey.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And apparently we needed housewives. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
It was like,
missing.
finally, we have housewives.
Because,
Because we've been in summer
A drought.
houses,
Yeah.
Amir was not
Valley.
cutting it.
No.
Amir,
Yeah, we had no housewives, and we were like, okay, we were missing this level of bringing it.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
All we,
Glad the
had,
ladies
all
are
we
back.
had was Jill on Below Deck. That's as close as we got. Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But I guess we kind of wrapped it up, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we hope that everyone listening and watching is going to go and make their own Bravo Shit Talk group chat. Invite your
Yes.
friends of friends, family.
Yes.
And have a really fun time with it. Don't forget to follow us on all social media. We have that linked in the show notes and everything. Bravo Ish Talkers, find us everywhere. You can email us at talkyoish@bravoishtalkers.com. By the way, I think it's unfair that I have to say that part. It just does not. It doesn't sound right. I don't like it.
I thought it did. I thought it
Not for me. No, not for me.
I
It's
think
not
you
for me.
sound absolutely
Is it-
adored.
was I okay? Was
Yeah.
it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so natural.
Yes.
Talk yo ish.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's better. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Yes. And until next time, remember to say what everyone is thinking and keep the shit talking unapologetic.
Yes.
This is Bravo Ish Talkers signing off.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.